Hey beauty junkies, welcome back to my channel. Today I did a Day of the Dead look, in other words, Dia de los Muertos. I hope you guys enjoy this tutorial and let's get right into it. I have already primed my face and my eyes, and this is a great time to use a foundation that is maybe too light for you or you don't use as often because you're going to mix it with white anyway. And the reason why I use foundation is because it goes on a lot smoother. So I just mixed that until it was white enough and applied it with a beauty blender and just use it all over my face in order to create a nice base for the makeup itself, and a little bit on my eyes as well in order for the black to go on a little bit better. I then added some of this black paint from the Flash palette by Makeup Forever and just guided myself with my bone structure around my eyes, and I did that on both sides. After this, I decided to blend all that black right towards my eyes so that way we wouldn't have any harsh line. I then decided to use this gel liner by MAC, and this is a waterproof liner as a base for all over the eye in order for the shadows that we're going to put on top to go on a lot more pigmented. And honestly, you could do without this Flash palette color, you could just do it with an eyeliner. It did get a little bit messy, so what I did is went back with that white paint that I used earlier and just cleaned up those lines and then blended it out with a beauty blender because you don't want any harsh lines. I went in with this Jessie's Girl Black Pigment shadow, and I like it because it has little blue flecks in there, so it's a little bit shimmery and it will give more dimension to the look. And I just patted it all over. I try not to pat it in as much in the inner corners because I wanted it to be not so dark in there. And I went and did my nose with this eyeliner as well, and I did a little kind of heart shape. On the top I just did like a little V in order for it to not just be so plain, and then I just filled it in. Also set that with the black pigment that I was using earlier in order for it not to crease, and it's really important that you set it with some kind of powder if you want it to last a lot longer throughout the day. Once again, with that gel liner and this flat brush, I did a little bit of a contour shape here, just following my bone down towards the mouth, and just did a little kind of squiggly line and connected those. I then set everything else with a shimmery white shadow just for it to look a lot more pigmented and also to add some dimension to the look. I then created a spider web on the top of my forehead by creating one line straight down and four kind of side ones, and I just did little arches there in order to create that spider web effect. Once I was done with that, I added a little bit of black to the center of my lips and just blended it out with my fingers in order to create that base for the teeth. I then created the teeth by just drawing a few lines down the center of my mouth, and honestly you can create the teeth however you'd like, but since this was my first time doing that, I just did it like that. And I also blended that line a little bit down in order to create more dimension to the look, and started to create the little petals on the sides of the circle that I created there. And this takes a little bit of time, I'm not gonna lie, but it is definitely worth it. And I decided to fill them in black. Once I was done with the top half, I decided to just leave them blank. And if you'd like, you can definitely just leave these blank like that and fill them in with some color. But this is what I decided to do, so you can definitely add or change different things from the look. I then created a small spider web on my chin as well. And I am going to be kind of changing it towards the end of the tutorial because I ended up not liking it this small. But like I said, you can definitely change or add whatever it is that you want. I also added some black rhinestones to the spider webs just right where the lines connect. And I also decided to add some red shadow and pink and orange shadow around the blank petals because I didn't like how it looked. But you can definitely do different colors. After that, I did some colored rhinestones all over the eye, right in the center of the petals, in order to give the look more dimension. I also did some on the tops of my mouth, as you'll see right now. And that is pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this look. If you did, please like and subscribe to me if you're not subscribed already. And I will see you guys soon. And a million, why can't you see? I'm waiting for nothing. You're keeping